more connected than you think. Go in for your annual checkup and be open with your doctor about anything you feel, physically and emotionally, body and mind. Cigna, together, all the way.
That's better.
At Safelite Auto Glass, we really pride ourselves on making it easy for you to get your windshield fixed.
Let's turn in your science papers.
This teacher always puts her students first.
I did mine a little bit. You did? Oh, I can't wait to read it.
So when she had auto glass damage, she chose Safelite. With Safelite, she could see exactly when we'd be there.
You must be Pascal.
Yes, ma'am. Saving her time. So she can save the science project.
Requesting time off? Well, that's a pain.
Clocking in should be easy, right?
First I have to print a
Wrong.
form, fill it
I
out,
think
and
I'm
then
getting
you'll give it to
carpal
my
tunnel
manager
from
to sign.
stapling
Then take over
receipts
HR.
to expense reports.
I wish I had 10 more passwords at work.
My HR app is user unfriendly.
It's frustrating.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The Center for Medicare Services has officially authorized new benefits Medicare Advantage plans may include. Plans may now include private home aids and rides to medical appointments. Most plans also include dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. To get the benefits you deserve, call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and they instantly advised me that I wasn't getting all the benefits I deserved. They explained I could get a plan that includes dental and prescription coverage, as well as the new coverage for private home aids and rides to medical appointments. If you want to find out what you deserve, call the number on your screen now. It's free. You'll be happy you called, I guarantee it.
Call to see if you can save money and get more benefits now. Don't delay. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-274-4100. That's 1-800-274-4100 now.
Closed captioning brought to you by Christian Faith Publishing. Tell your story and get your book published today.
Are you a Christian author with a book that you're ready to share with the world?
Get published now. Call for your free publisher kit today.
1-800-455-1827.
Welcome back. This is CNN's special live coverage of Hurricane Dorian. I'm John Berman in Jensen Beach, Florida. It's still about 100 miles from the center of the storm, but all the way from the center here, you can feel the wind bearing down and getting stronger slowly over the course of the day, and the seas picking up behind us on the Intercoastal Waterway. There are still several counties along the Florida coast that are under hurricane warning and mandatory evacuation orders. Going to go up the coast now to my colleague Miguel Marquez, who is in Vero Beach. Miguel, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, this is one of those places that are under mandatory evacuation and hurricane warning. The wind, amazingly enough, hasn't changed much since we were here 24 hours ago. We're actually seeing some blue sky above us, but what is different are the oceans. The tide is coming in. They're experiencing king tides here because of the position of the moon and the earth. Some of the highest tides of the year are coming in right now, as well as that storm surge. What authorities are battling now is complacency in this place because they have been preparing for this storm for about a week now. Mandatory evacuation orders have been issued. Most people got off the barrier islands. Many people, though, stayed thinking that it's not going to be as bad as they are concerned about. The big question for everyone is, when does that storm take the turn north? Everybody waiting for that, watching what's happening in the Bahamas and the power that storm is putting out there, and seeing these seas right now, you get a very good sense of just how powerful that storm is. Despite it being a long way away from where we are right now, it is having a major impact here. The beaches here are, in many ways, devastated. We're literally watching them erode in front of us every wave that comes in, and that is a big concern. As the tide comes in over the next several hours and as that storm surge pushes toward this area, there are concerns that there will be some flooding, and it's that wind that is going to pick up later today and the water that could be deadly. John?
Miguel Marquez for us in Vero Beach. As Miguel was saying, we could see the beach literally being swept away piece by piece as the waves were pounding on it yesterday, and that will continue for another day. I want to bring in Anthony Young, who's the vice mayor of Vero Beach, where Miguel was just speaking with us from. Mr. Vice Mayor, thank you very much for being with us. Miguel was talking about what has almost become a hurricane fatigue for some of the people in Florida who have been preparing for Hurricane Dorian for days now. What message do you want to send to the people of Vero Beach?
Well, the most important thing is this is kind of like a protracted boxing match. You got to keep your guard up because actually in the next 24 hours with the unanimity of the forecast to have the storm move along our coast, it will be offshore probably early evening into this evening. So this is when you're going to have the most impact in our community, and it's not only the beach side. If you think about the impact for the winds on the interior of Vero Beach, and many of the roads will have branches that could be obstructing the way, but we've done a lot of preparation. And so the most important thing is, for folks to, stay indoors, realize that the conditions are going to deteriorate as the day progresses.
How have people been responding to you this many days in?
Actually, it's fantastic in the fact that people have taken it seriously. I think they've paid attention to the media. They realize the potential consequences of this storm. And if you look at it, the streets, I was out earlier this morning, and the main street of Vero Beach looked like a ghost town. So that is good. But what we don't want to do is say, okay, we could take a breath and go out, because really now is the time to make it across the finish line. Stay indoors, because as the winds pick up, that's when you have the lines go down. That's when you have the potential for electricity to be disrupted. So that's the important thing.
Stay strong, stay vigilant. The worst is still to come for Vero Beach. You have another 24, 36 hours of this. Mr. Vice Mayor Anthony Young, thank you very much for being with us today. Really appreciate your time, sir.
Okay, take care, and I expect that we will be fine, because really now is the time to make it across
because
the
you've been
finish
so
line.
careful,
Stay
that's why
indoors,
you'll be
because
fine.
CNN,
we're getting new information in.
The lines go down. That's when you have the potential.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. We're getting some new information into CNN right now about the boat fire disaster in the Pacific. We'll bring you that information on what is still a rescue operation there next. Anthony Young, thank you very much for being with us today.
Hi, I'm Joan. Today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And there's never been an easier way to get great advice.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Place for Mom is a free service that pairs you with a local advisor to help you sort through your options and find the perfect place. A place for Mom. You know your family. We know senior living. Together we'll make the right choice.
No cover-up spray here. Cheaper aerosols can cover up odors in a flowery fog, but Febreze Air Effects eliminates odors. With a 100% natural propellant, it leaves behind a pleasant scent you'll love. Freshen up. Don't cover up. Febreze.
Before HelloFresh, the only thing I knew how to make was tater tots. This is something that we actually can do. Even someone like me can nail it.
I love being able to come home and just doing it real quick.
Join America's #1 meal kit at HelloFresh.com. Get $80 off plus free shipping with code TV80 during our Labor Day flash sale.
We're reporters from the New York Times. This melting pot of impacted species everywhere is going to get touched by climate change.
I got some good news for you. You can win yourself $1,000 a day for life. Our friends from Publishers Clearinghouse can make it happen. Win $1 grand a day after day for life. October 25th, it could be yours in or now. PCH.com.
You're turning onto the street and you barely clip a passing car. Minor accident, no big deal, right? Wrong. Your insurance company is going to raise your rate after the other car got a scratch so small you could have fixed it with a pen. Maybe you should take that pen and use it to sign up with a different insurance company.
For drivers with accident predicts, Liberty Mutual won't raise their rates because of their first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
When you came out, did you see people?
Yes.
What were they doing?
They were dead.
Everything is before and after. In the middle is the painting.
I'm going to a place I've never been before. Hello Blue, hello Future. ANA.
I've been on a diet for as long as I can remember.
I even cut out bread and pasta for a day.
They say it's based on the cognitive behavioral approach. I just say it works.
It just clicked. It worked. It worked with Noom. Visit Noom.com and lose the weight for good.
This is nice.
Yeah, this is nice.
How did you make the dip so rich and creamy?
Oh, it's a Philadelphia.
Family recipe.
Can I see it?
No.
Philadelphia dips. So good, you'll take all the credit.
It's every municipal bond investor's dream. A bright, shining city on a hill. A place where there won't be any economic, financial, or political problems. So you never worry about getting your principal and interest paid on time. But what if the city you've chosen doesn't live up to that dream? That's why investors turn to Assured Guaranty. We have a long history, a proven track record, and a wealth of financial resources. So if something does go wrong, we'll make it right. Assured Guaranty, a stronger bond.
An unprecedented Democratic presidential town hall event. Climate crisis. Biden, Warren, Sanders, Harris, Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Booker, O'Rourke, Yang, Castro. 10 candidates, 10 town halls, all on one night. Tomorrow night, 5 Eastern.
Attention, if you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down this year by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance. And you better watch out, because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They are experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, even tens of thousands. Optima's resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
For your free consultation, call 800-813-8262.
Optima Tax Relief.
Feeling a little nervous? A little bit. Take a deep breath.
20 people dead, 14 people still missing, all of them feared dead as well after horrific tragedy at sea. A dive boat catching fire in the middle of the night. 5 crew members forced to abandon ship off the coast of California, making this call for help just beforehand.
Vessel in distress, this is Coast Guard Sector Los Angeles on Channel 16. What is your position and number of persons on board? Over.
I can't breathe. Conception's the name of the boat. Now there is not only a search for the people still missing, but also a search for answers of why this happened. How did the fire start that was clearly so intense? It burned the boat down, it sank. Eventually, why weren't more passengers able to escape in time? CNN's Stephanie Elam, she's following the very latest on the search and the investigation. She's here now. Stephanie, this is just so sad. What are you hearing this morning?
It's devastating, and you think about it, the Santa Barbara County Sheriff, Kate, saying that this was just a worst-case scenario. The fact that they were so far offshore, the fact that it was the middle of the night and everyone on the boat was likely asleep, and then to have fire despite being surrounded by all that water, that could do them no good. What we have learned is that those 5 crew members were able to jump off because they were above board. People were sleeping down below. And what they did is that, according to an interview with Bob Hansen, who was the man who was on the boat with his wife nearby, they were able to get a dinghy off the back of Conception, and then they came over to his boat and started pounding on the side of it, and that's what woke him up to help them on board. But just to take a listen to what the Hansens say it was like during that recovery, hear them in their own words.
From bow to stern, I mean, and plane's probably 30 feet high.
It was such a hopeless, helpless feeling to watch that boat burn.
I wish I could have picked all 35 of them up. I mean, all of them. I mean, I got the space. You know, if they could have all just gotten in the water, I could have got them out of there.
And on ABC this morning, Bob Hansen says that some of the crew members did try to go back and see if they could rescue anybody. They also told him that they opened that galley door down, which was the main access that those folks would have had to get out from the bottom of the boat. And he said it was already fully engulfed in flames. Even the ceiling tiles were on fire. He said after they got to his boat, the 5 people that he rescued, 2 did go back with a flashlight looking to see if they could find anybody in the water, Kate, but they never did.
Just horrible. Stephanie, thank you so much. There's a lot to learn from what happened from this tragedy. Thank you so much. Still ahead for us. Hurricane Dorian has carved a path of destruction straight through the Bahamas, leaving many residents trapped in their homes. We're also getting incredible new pictures from the devastation. It's been tough getting these images out, understandably, because of just the destruction to infrastructure. We're going to show you some of the new images, some of the new video that we're getting in, and talk to another survivor of the storm next.
Look at that. Sustainable wild caught or responsibly farmed, and at a lower price. Ah, confetti.
Requesting time off? Well, that's a pain.
Clocking in should be easy, right?
First I have to print a
Wrong.
form, fill it
I
out,
think
and
I'm
then
getting
you'll give it to
carpal
my
tunnel
manager
from
to sign,
stapling
and then take over
receipts
HR
to expense reports.
I wish I had 10 more passwords at work.
My HR app is user unfriendly.
It's frustrating.
I found a way to relieve my constipation that's both gentle and fast. New Dulcolax liquid works naturally with the water in my body to provide gentle relief in as little as 30 minutes. New stimulant-free Dulcolax liquid puts you comfortably in control.
A lot of the clothes you normally take to the cleaners aren't dirty. They just need a quick refresh. Try new Febreze Clothing Quick Dry Mist. It eliminates odors and refreshes lightly worn clothing. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Wow, that's Ensure Max Protein with high protein and 1 gram sugar.
It's a sit-up, banana. Bend at the waist.
I'm trying.
Keep it up. You'll get there.
Whoa!
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein.
With my hepatitis C, I felt I couldn't be at my best for my family. In only 8 weeks with Mavyret, I was cured and left those doubts behind.
I faced reminders of my hep C every day, but in only 8 weeks with Mavyret, I was cured.
Even hanging with friends, I worried about my hep C, but in only 8 weeks with Mavyret, I was cured.
Mavyret is the only 8-week cure for all common types of hep C. Before starting Mavyret, your doctor will test if you've had hepatitis B, which may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV-1, or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Don't take Mavyret with atazanavir or rifampin, or if you've had certain liver problems. Common side effects include headache and tiredness.
With hep C behind me, I feel free.
Fearless.
And there's no looking back, because I am cured.
Talk to your doctor about Mavyret.
We use Angie's List because we can always find great local pros.
For any type of home project.
I use Angie's List because it's free.
Free to read reviews.
Check their ratings.
They can even match my project to qualified pros.
Go to angieslist.com today.
I saw myself in several photos. I said, this doesn't look like me. You know, where did I go? I've lost 25 pounds on Jenny Craig, and I really couldn't be happier, truly.
With Rapid Results by Jenny Craig, you can lose up to 16 pounds in your first 4 weeks with food you love.
You have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner ready to go. It's all laid out for you. Your consultant is vital. Accept the fact that you need the help. Man up, give him a call.
Join Jenny Craig for free, plus get 15 free premium meals. Purchase required.
This is Jerry. Jerry has a membership to this gym, but he's not using it. And he has subscriptions to a music service he doesn't listen to and 5 streaming video services he doesn't watch. This is Jerry learning that he's still paying for this stuff he's not using. He's seeing his recurring payments in Control Tower in the Wells Fargo mobile app. This is Jerry canceling a few things. Booyah. This is Jerry appreciating the people who made this possible. Oh, look, there they are.
This is Wells Fargo.
Like you, my hands are everything to me. But I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, and it got to the point where things I took for granted got tougher to do. Thought surgery was my only option. Turns out, I was wrong. So when a hand specialist told me about non-surgical treatments, it was a total game changer. Like you, my hands have a lot more to do. Learn more at faxonhand.com today.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, the Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
Closed captioning brought to you by Mesobook.com.
We offer a free book on mesothelioma. Call for the free book and receive so much more. Call 1-800-831-3700.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone. That is how one man in the Bahamas has described living through Hurricane Dorian that is just now slowly starting to pass over. These are some new images that have just come in showing the devastation into CNN. You see all the boats in the harbor just piled up on the shoreline. And these are coming in from the U.S. Coast Guard, who was able to do an aerial tour. Just look at the water that's made its way on shore. There are also some images coming in from one of the airports just underwater. So all these new images are coming in, and this is as the storm finally is beginning to inch its way north. The focus now, as that happens in the Bahamas, is search and rescue, getting to all the people that are now trapped in their homes or at shelters or in hospitals. Local residents have even resorted to calling into a live TV program to ask for help. One caller saying 20 people are trapped in one building, including 2 disabled residents, and that they need help. Let me bring in right now Kimberly Mullings and her mother, Janet Mullings. They have been riding out the hurricane on Grand Bahama. They're joining me now. I'm thankful that we have this connection, you guys. Thank you so much for being able to speak with me. You've been holed up in your mother's home, Kimberly, both of you, since the storm made landfall. How are you all doing right now?
We're making it. We're surviving. We are blessed to be in a structure that is able to withstand the storm. We're also blessed to be in an area that does not have structural damage or any flooding, thankfully. Can't say the same for many others on the island, though.
Yeah, Janet, what has it been like? I mean, it must have been an exhausting 36 hours from what you guys were hearing outside and seeing outside your doors. Can you describe it to me?
Thank you so much for having us. Right now, it is exhausting, but we are grateful because we're able to be in this structure. Outside right now, the wind is still blowing very, very hard, and it's still raining in our area, but we are very, very grateful to be here.
Absolutely. Kimberly, one of the latest updates we heard from the National Hurricane.
Parts that you didn't know could see flooding. It's been very hard to see. You know, images and videos are coming in. What I've been trying to do is use social media to try and assist with the rescue efforts as best as possible, because I still have power. I still have access to the internet. I still have my cell service. So in any way possible, I've gotten, my friends all over the internet to assist those on other islands who can help, those in other countries who can help, even if it's making a phone call out. So it's been scary to watch, especially at night. We've had to go through 2 nights of this.
Back to you.
Absolutely devastating. William Lajeunesse, thank you.
Florida, meanwhile, bracing for Hurricane Dorian as it inches towards the East Coast. Our team coverage continues. Keep it right here.
For veterans who own a home and need cash, the New Day VA